Today in this video we'll be looking at a very special car, the 911 Turbo 50-year edition. The 911 Turbo 50-year edition is built to commemorate 5 decades of the 911 Turbo name as the fastest, most powerful 911 in the range. For 50 years, the 911 Turbo has stood at the top of the performance tree, not in terms of just Porsche 911 models, but also as a performance car benchmark. But to understand where the Turbo began and where this Turbo fits in, it's worth looking back a bit through time. So the first 911 Turbo was unveiled at the German Auto Show back in 1973 as a concept car, the RSR Turbo concept. A year later, at the Paris show in 1974, the production-ready 911 Turbo was revealed. It featured a unique 3-litre single turbocharged engine that was directly taken from Porsche's Le Mans racing experience. After that initial unveiling in 1974, the 911 Turbo became an instant icon, recognisable with its wider body shell than any other previous 911 and famous whale tail rear spoiler. Over the lifespan of the original Turbo, which was internally designated as 930, the car received a larger 3.3-litre single turbo engine and a revised rear wing and some changes inside to make it a bit more luxurious, to make it both fast and comfortable over long distance, establishing it as a great Grand Tourer. Then we move on to the 964 Turbo, also a single turbocharged car, still rear-wheel drive, but the new 964 body shell, and then into the 993, which was the first 911 Turbo tool to adopt all-wheel drive, which is basically a hallmark of this car since. And then into the 996, which brought water-cooled engines for the first time, and a vastly different design, going to a more aluminium chassis for lightweight, into a 997, which introduced the PDK gearbox carbon ceramic brakes. The 991 then followed, building upon the 997, and then we've landed with our latest generation 992 Turbo. With that brief history lesson out of the way, we land here at the 992 generation Turbo. Since 2018, all 911s have been turbocharged in some form or another, so Porsche's worked extra hard to give the 911 Turbo, the latest one, its own character with a unique 3.7-litre engine, a wider body, all-wheel drive and a unique aesthetic. The 50-year anniversary edition uses the 992 Turbo S as a base, so you get things like carbon ceramic brakes and 650 horsepower as a baseline. This version is finished in Aventurine green metallic with the heritage design package, so you get unique white stickers, Sport Classic wheels, which are also finished in white, and they're taken from last year's special anniversary edition. Other notable exterior features are special gold lettering on the rear of the vehicle, the spoiler and the lower bumper finished in anthracite grey. This vehicle is also equipped with the exclusive design taillights, so it's a consistent grey tint throughout. And at the rear, we've got a commemorative badge displaying 50 years since 1974 to 2024 of the 911 Turbo. Whilst the exterior features some really nice unique details, it's the interior of the Turbo 50 years that really comes alive, with extensive use of Mackenzie clan tartan from Scotland in combination with extended leather package, turbonite detailing such as the stitching, the gear selector, embroidery on the seats, the drive mode select switch, and then we've also got classic dials with that green tint that hints back to the original Porsche 356. And whilst everything is covered in tartan, it's actually this back here which is my favourite part, the interior. It's a luggage brake, so it stops your luggage from sliding around, and it harks back to a design used in earlier 911s that hasn't been seen for quite some time. Other unique design details include the 911 Turbo 50-year anniversary puddle lights for the little turbo icon, and a plaque denoting which of the 1,974 versions of this car have been built to commemorate the anniversary. Other options to note on this car are a glass sliding sunroof and lightweight privacy glass. At the front of the car we also have a redesigned Porsche crest, which is designed to look a lot like the older crests fitted on the cars back in the 70s. So that concludes our in-depth look at this 911 Turbo 50 years anniversary edition. If you'd like to know any more information about this car or any of the cars in the centre, feel free to give Porsche Centre Bolton a call on 01204 559 911 and stay tuned to our YouTube channel for more vehicle deep dives.